We quite often talk to local dignitaries, mayors, councillors and so on WMtv. Well, today I'm at the Magnet Leisure Centre in Maidenhead to talk to another one. Sir Edward, welcome to WMtv.
Thank you very much.
You're a very busy man indeed. How on earth have you managed to fit two careers in and run them side by side for so many years? One in politics and one, of course, in music.
Well, I started in music very early in life. My parents were most anxious I should take advantage of any musical activities there were to see if I was going to be any good at it. And I learned the piano when I was 7. And then I went into the parish church choir as a chorister and a soloist. When my voice broke, I started to learn the organ. And then I didn't start conducting until I was 15. I then had a mixed voice choir, and we won a lot of the festivals. And then I went to Oxford as a musical scholar. So that has always been part of my life, really. And I find if I don't get any music for 2 or 3 days, then I begin to starve. So one has to find it somehow. But of course today with all this modern technology of compact discs and so on, it's comparatively easy.
And do your associations with the Oxford City Orchestra go back many years?
Well, several years, yes, because I conducted the end of the promenade season, the last prom. I suppose I first did that some 5 years ago.
And now you're president?
Yes.
Does your interest in music go back to your childhood?
Yes, it does, because my parents wanted me to learn the piano, and so they bought a piano when I was 7, and secured a teacher in the village who was actually very good, and she made me concentrate on these things. Then when I was 9, I went into the parish church as a chorister and a soloist. My voice broke at 14, and I then started to learn the organ. And I didn't start conducting until I was 15. Then I went to Oxford as a musical scholar, and of course was responsible for all the music in the college as well as in the chapel. And that included the College Musical Society, which was the oldest one in Oxford, and had a splendid choice of soloists. So I saw a lot of music in my early days.
Mm-hmm. I mean, just looking at your biography, it looks rather as though you were destined for a musical career. How on earth did you end up in politics?
Perhaps it was a mistake, do you think?
Not for me to say.
Well, I suppose I had to make a choice, really, at the end of my Oxford career as to what I should do, but it really didn't matter because we went straight into the war. Mm-hmm. And after 6 years of war, I didn't think I could take up a musical career. But at Oxford also, of course, I was deeply involved in politics. And I was president of the Oxford Conservative Association. I was president of the Oxford Union. And I was also president of the junior con room in my college, so I had all these other activities.
So really both careers have run parallel through your life?
Yes. Of course, I find I'm starved if I don't have music for 2 or 3 days. Got to find it some way or other. And I also believe that politicians ought not to spend every minute of their lives on politics. And I had, of course, the relief of sailing. And when I was sailing, I was concentrating on winning and not on any other things which were going on in the world.
What would you say was possibly your most satisfying musical moment?
Well, there have been so many of them. It's difficult to isolate them. I mean, I suppose as far as my own personal position was concerned, perhaps when I was Prime Minister, I conducted the London Symphony Orchestra in the Festival Hall. And it was then recorded, Elgar's Cockaigne Overture. But then I've had other moments conducting the Berlin Philharmonic and the Cleveland and the Philadelphia and so many of these world-known orchestras. They've all given me great pleasure. And I suppose in other ways there have been great performances of which I've been present, which will always remain in my mind.
Thank you, Tony. This week sees the launch of Mega Break for 1994. Now then, 25,000 copies of the brochure and the booking form have been already distributed. But if you're a teenager or parents of a bored teenager in Maidenhead, you have no excuse whatsoever, because activities such as archery, volleyball and windsurfing are all on offer. Now then, you can also try car maintenance or filmmaking. Who knows, you could be a Dickie Attenborough and not even know it. There are days out and lots more available, so don't just sit there, phone them, and if you'd like more information, the number to call is 0628 796 439. That's 0628 796 439, and they will post it to you. Right, before I come to my first guest, I must say hello to Tom and Margaret Egan of Bray, who I know are watching tonight, and Lawrence. I hope you're all feeling better. And we wish you very well. That's lots of love from Yvonne and Andrew, and also from me. Now then, my first guest is the director of Slough Cycle Club. He's not the director, I beg your pardon, he's the chairman. His name is Malcolm Stanbrook. Malcolm, welcome to WMtv.
Welcome.
Welcome to you as well. Right, I understand that your cycle club are taking part in a spectacular race. Tell me all about that.
It's for the British Heart Foundation, and it's to raise money for people who need heart experiments on heart problems, complaints and stuff like that.
And where is the race running from?
It's running from Clapham to Brighton.
So from South East London?
South East London down to Brighton.
Right.
And there's 4 or 5 stops on the way down there.
Are they pubs or...?
There'd be pubs, people calling them McDonald's and stuff like that.